Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. That shit went boom. Alright, how about that? See, that's why I wanted to do this one first. Get all the kinks out. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't fall. I may kick the table. It may fall again, but we will just fix it. Welcome, welcome everybody. This is going to be a consultation behind the scenes of one of my clients. Her name is Empress. We're going to give her a call in a minute. Let's just get the mood right before we get started, because when it comes to connecting with these energies, we want to make sure the vibe is always right. So let's take a couple of deep breaths and prepare for this behind the scenes reading. Love and blessings to you all. Blissed, flyer, and ecstasy. Hi, my name is High Priestess Ishera, and today we are going behind the scenes within Life Coach Healing, and we will be sharing with you a private, behind the scenes look on a consultation. Here at Life Coach Healing, we're very private and exclusive when it comes to our clients. We keep low capacity for a reason, and we focus on becoming masters of our universe. Please feel free to check out my business website at Life Coach Healing within TOA on Facebook. That's TOA on Facebook. Or you could just dial in on Facebook search engine, Dark Goddess. Dark Goddess. Okay, so we will be having a private reading. With the client by the name of Empress. With the client by the name of Empress. Good afternoon. Is this Empress? Hi, Empress. This is Life Coach Healing. Are you ready for your consultation, my love?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Let's take a couple of deep breaths together and connect ourselves energetically so I can get into the reading, because the spirits already have one message for you. Before I even tell you about the message that I got while I was shuffling your deck, I want us to share a moment together, and I should say a tantric moment, because here at Life Coach Healing, I am also a tantra master, and I help the chosen few tap into the tantric sides of their lives. So let's get into a tantric moment with each other and take 3 deep breaths coming from your lower chamber chakras, moving up to your higher chambers. Okay?
Okay.
Let's take a deep breath in. Release all of whatever may be troubling you, whatever may be bothering you, and focusing just only on your breath. Take another deep breath in through the nose. And as you breathe the air out through your mouth, allow all the worries and all the stress to leave every orifice of your body, if only for a moment. And as we take the last breath in through the nose, and we release it out through the body, just focus on the sound, focus on my voice, and let's see what messages Spirit has in store for you. First, the first card that came up, and I've already received permission for Empress to record this session. So when you are referring to your reading, Empress, you can always look at this video, because I'm showing the card pictorials on the live video.
Okay.
The first card that came up as I was mixing your cards was the family card, and it was actually the number 10. Now, this is, I feel, a desire that you want and that you really need and have. And when you are worrying, when you are stressing, when you are allowing your outside energies to mess with you, because I know you sent me some messages, but I'm going to be completely honest, I didn't read all of it. I haven't been able to as of yet, but I did read that last message where you said you were worried and you were stressed. And anytime you're worried or stressed, you are hindering yourself from any desire that you want. Now, this card came up because I shuffle my cards before I read someone, and this card came out to me as, I believe, a surprise message. And I believe that if you want to get what you want, then you have to make some major different moves, like major different moves. And as I was preparing this deck, because I asked you for some numbers and you've already given me the numbers, and we have those numbers already. And as I flip again, Mama, you really want a man. You really want love. You really want a connection. And I don't blame you, my dear heart. I don't blame you. But to get love, to get desire, to get what you really need, which is love, desire, or some orgasm, someone to be there for you and help you on your way, you have to make sure you yourself is right. And I already know before even dealing out the cards that you yourself is not right. You're allowing outside forces to fuck with you. And I don't get why. Like, why are you allowing these outside forces to fuck with you? Let me tell you something about people around your environment. People around your environment are set up to throw you off course, especially how this world sets it up. And if you allow the people around you and your environment and your loved ones to throw you off course, how the hell you're going to get the desire that you want, which is family? Because that's your main operative. Spirit is screaming it. She wants love. She wants family. But how are you going to get that if you are allowing your family to discombobulate you? Oh, let me take it back. All right, your numbers were 6, 7, 9, 1.
That's a true statement. What you just said.
Okay, 7 and 9.
But I'm allowing them to discombobulate me. Yes, that's a true statement.
But let me tell you something. Okay, when it comes to the chosen ones, when it comes to the family members that don't think like the other families think, that worry how the other families worry, then you become a vital part in your family's growth. But you have to see your family's shortcomings before you can aid and abet with your family's growth. Okay? You hear what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
Okay, so know what's real and know what's fake, but know what's real and what's fake within your definition of what's real and fake, not what other people's definition is of real and fake. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Okay, and every time I speak and you understand or affirm, feel free to give me an ashe, feel free to give me a hallelujah, feel free to give me okay, just as long as you verbally continue this tantric connection that we've started, so I know that you are with me and following me. And should something not resonate with you, please feel free to write down what I say, because it may resonate with you at a later date. Yes, and if I haven't told you, please get a pad and pen and write down, or you're free to record if you wish to record. I always give my clients pre-gratis to record, because a lot of people don't comprehend when it comes to readings. I could be speaking to you about something that you haven't even registered or you haven't even experienced yet. So to go back to it later, per diem allows you to access like spiritual information that you can utilize now and within the future. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You gave me 6, 7, and 9. All right. I'm throwing out the numbers to you: 10, 11, and 12. Which one is drawn to you? 10, 11, and 12. Which one is drawn to you?
11.
11. Haha. All right. Are you a witch in the making, my sister? Are you a witch in the making, my sister? Because the energies that are flowing around me, let me tell you. All right, I'm going to give you a quick past life reading. You were a magician in your past life. You were a magician in your past life. And this is why you have this desire now. This is why you have these thoughts that your family is bugging on you right now. And you have to comprehend that these feelings just didn't come out of nowhere. Okay? I do see again that you were a magician, but you were also a magician when it came to cooking, because again I see another life where you made magic in the kitchen, and you were super poor, my love, super poor, but you made magic in the kitchen. You created what you needed in the kitchen. And I feel like again this is playing its part within your current life. You don't know things, you don't comprehend things, but when it comes to creating and building what you have, you just have this innate style of just mixing the right ingredients together and creating what you need at that particular moment. Never stop that intuitive growth, my love. Continue on doing that, because this is what feeds your innate power of how I feel like, again, I asked you for some numbers and you gave me 6, 7, and 9. And those numbers to me are, I don't like to say which, but creative numbers. They're creative numbers. You know what I'm saying? They're numbers of what a lot of people will call the witch, the sorcerer, the magician, you know, but you sometimes wonder where you get these desires because you really don't have the people around you on that same wavelength.
Right.
Yes,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So know that it doesn't come out of nowhere, because again, I see in a past life you were a magician. I see in a past life that you created magic with your cooking. I don't know what particular life it was, but you just created magic in the kitchen, yo. You mixed and you brew and you cooked like a true alchemist, like scientist level, like burning cauldrons, you know what I'm saying? Cooking crows, you know what I'm saying? And if you were to ask me, Ishera, what are one of my guardian animals, I would say straight away, Empress, crow, which is also connected to Morgana, which is a white deity, a white woman deity, and she's a woman, and one of her signs is crow. And I would say that would be one of the birds that you should lean on for power should you ever need it, because the crow is a beautiful, majestic animal that communicates with their voice, and to what sounds ugly from the crow to others is a beautiful sound of communication with other crows. Don't let them let you believe the hype, okay? Don't let them let you believe the hype. Let's talk about your physical life right now. Let's talk about your physical life right now. Right now, you are internally a queen, but I just said that already. You are internally a queen, because I just said that already. You are eternally a queen, and you've lived the queen life, but I feel as if you lived the queen life in a magical sense. You're always cooking, you're always brewing, you're always deducting, you're always creating, and that allows you to make the moves that you make to be able to be open to the doors that are open to you on a regular basis, henceforth meeting me. Henceforth meeting me. You know, when you need something, it is magically, deliciously given to you easily. And you don't even know how you create it sometimes. It just pops the fuck up. It just pops the fuck up. It just pops pops the fuck up. But as a queen of pentacles, as a queen of making shit happen, this is not a problem. Sometimes you second guess yourself, Empress. You really do. And I need for you to stop that, because you have the ancient ones behind you. And I wrote this down. When I was reading your number and getting ready for your reading, I wrote Uncle and Cousin Rick. Uncle and Cousin Rick. All right, both of these individuals have temper problems, and I feel as if they play a part mentally on your hindrance, okay? So be aware when your energy
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry. I was protecting the area real quick.
I thought we got disconnected.
No. Yeah, we got disconnected, but I had to reconnect to the ether because I felt, who was he? Cousin Rick and Uncle, whatever his name is, coming through trying to fuck up some shit. The same ones that threw off our appointment yesterday when we were supposed to speak yesterday. Remember when I said, yeah, usually when shit goes awry, it's usually because of some hating ass energies, and I believe it's Cousin Rick. And the only reason Cousin Rick has a problem with you is because of your mother, and the only reason your uncle has a problem with you, it's because of a brother. I don't know if it's his brother or your mother's brother, but it's a brother. And this is why it's a whole situation that went down before you were born, my love. And now the energies are playing against you. And it's not really you that actually caused this situation. It's actually your mom. But we live and we learn, we grow. You can't help it. She was living her life like you were living your life. Now, we know you a queen physically and moving and making moves. But again, I need for you to understand. I need for you to understand that this next card is spirit. Okay? Now, we're changing realms from physical, because your moves are queenly. When you have to do something, abracadabra, it's done. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sensing before I even flip the card, it's not the same situation for your spirit realm. Boom. The five of swords. And because you're on the phone, the 5 of swords is a man, and the card came upside down, and he's holding several swords looking behind him. Now, you have not been looking behind yourself enough to help you comprehend all of this shit you're going through with family, with ancestry, and even, you didn't tell me if you had kids, but I even feel kids are hindering this whole shit too. Like, they're stressing you the fuck out. They're like, they are stressing you, and I feel it, and it's like they're stressing you the fuck out. You have to learn how to tune out, my love. You have to learn how to tune out. And you also have to learn how to say, if you can't keep the house quiet, then get out. Not necessarily get the fuck out, because that's how I feel like you want to say sometimes, but then kids have an innate ability of taking your words and throwing it back at you. And if you don't give a fuck about that, then I say tell the angry children to get the fuck out, especially if your home is where your peace is. Home is not where your peace is, then let the kids run amok. Let them argue and fight. You continue engaging in them. Do you know they have ploys with you to actually see who can piss you off the first? That's shady. I've been feeling it. That's shady. Yo, I never heard no shit like that. That's shady.
I've been feeling it.
That's shady. Okay, let's move on. Listen, you have to learn to disengage, my love. Learn when next time you feel them fucking with you, disengage. Okay, You guys gotta go. You guys gotta go. And if you can't kick them out, then kick yourself out and go take a walk. But do not engage your children. Until you learn to become a master of your universe, then you have to make you your number one focus and pull yourself out of situations that are throwing you off of an imbalance. You know, and know that, okay, perfect example. Remember, I had to postpone our reading yet again this morning because I had things to do. You remember that, right?
Right.
And I was like, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you your reading. It's just the energies trying to throw off your reading and stopping your message. You know, because this happens constantly with my clients. I set up appointments for them, or they set up appointments with me, and per diemly, something happens and that meeting does not happen, and which is fine. But so I go by the wave. So if the wave is telling you to take a walk, Empress, go take a walk. If the wave is telling you to lock yourself up in your room and don't say nothing to your motherfucking ungrateful ass children, then you don't say nothing to your ungrateful ass motherfucking children. Okay? Don't say nothing to them. Because all you're doing is throwing yourself off balance. And here at Life Coach Healing, we believe that to become master of your universe, especially as sexual females, you have to learn to multidimensionally self-attune yourself, self-align yourself. Because when it comes down to it, I don't care what anybody says, the mothers are the ones who take care of the house and who are basically the path leaders of the house. And if mommy's fucked up, how the fuck the house is going to be right?
Right.
I give love and blessing and ashe to my ancestors. I give in love and blessings and ashe to my guardians. I give love and blessings and ashe to my hating ass acquaintances. I give love and blessings and ashe to the angels in my life. I give love and blessings and ashe to all the dark and all the light. Amunetra et Amunra. Ashe. 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 And let the congregation give an affirmation. Hallelujah. 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 Okay, Empress. With your spiritual level of your life, my dear heart, you are not being productive enough. You are not believing yourself enough. And this is hindering your growth. So please, beloved, start focusing on you. Whether you continue on with me or whether you continue your path and go somewhere else on your journey, you have the power. Please, I have to tell you, Ginger, some chick named Ginger. Ginger is telling you, you got it, girl. Stop worrying about it, yo. Ginger, Ginger. She says you got it. Stop worrying about it. Your worrying is hindering you. Do what you need to do for you and stop hesitating. You're hesitating. You're constantly hesitating. And it's fucking up your manifestation get back. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking up your manifestation get back. So Ginger, please, please, please. I'm sorry, excuse me. Empress, please. Ginger is saying she believes in you. And every time that you don't believe in yourself, or every time you catch yourself second guessing, or every time that you are worried about the move that you're gonna make. And let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with telling a child of yours to get the fuck out. Because if they can't follow the rules, dear heart, then they just got to go, especially if you are paying the bills. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear me, Empress?
Yes.
No, you don't hear me, because you're going to let them do that shit to you before you go to bed tonight. Do you hear me?
Oh, I hear you. No, I'm not. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay. All right. So make sure you do that. All right. The last card I'm going to flip for you today for your reading, it is your mental card. We're going to see mentally where your head at and emotionally, because this card is both mental and emotionally. We're going to see mentally and emotionally, how are you dealing with your current situation and what needs to be done. Oh my God. Please, girl, go to my YouTube channel at Life Coach Healing HP and my other YouTube channel at HP Ishera HP or Life Coach Healing HP, either or of those pages, and you can refer to the consultation behind the scenes video, because girl, let me show you this card. I'm gonna explain it, but you have to look at it. Mentally and spiritually, you need to be working on getting you into your hybrid. And this is not just you, girl. This is not just you, girl. This is a lot of society, because a lot of people don't know that this 2019 is about change and transformation. And whether you are a chosen one or not, if you do not make the right moves in this 2019, your 2020 is gonna be fucked up. Even the people who are bullshitting in 2019 will be reaping high benefits in 2019. But when 2020 come along, they're going to feel the repercussions of not doing what they need to do. So I need to tell you, you need to work on your master of androgyny, my dear heart. You need to work on your master of masculine and feminine androgyny. Now, if you would ask me, Ishera, which one do you think I need to work on more than the other? I would say work on your masculine, because you are not getting into your big boy, big man. One of the spirits is shouting, big man. And not shouting, because everyone knows I don't hear spirits. I actually transmute frequency with my mind eye, and it is relayed to me through the chambers of my crown chakra, what they're saying. And the frequency is shouting, you need to get into your big man style. Big man, big man, big man, big man. You need to get into your big man stance. You know, you're not you're not getting into your big man stance. You're kind of acting like a pussy, to be honest with you. A straight up pussy. But it's not your fault that you're acting like a pussy, because in a past life, you had a nigga that beat the shit out of you, my dear heart. This nigga beat the shit out of you, but because you were an orphan, because you didn't have family in that life, you stayed with him. You stayed with him. And he killed you once, but they took you to the hospital, you came right back to life, and you went back to this motherfucker, even though he's the one that put you into the hospital. What kind of shit is that? But again, when it comes to our lives, our past lives are predicated upon how many lessons we learned in each life. And I see in many of your lives, you're doing the same mistakes. And when you learn a new master, you take on another fucked up low frequency. Do you hear what I'm saying, Empress?
Yes.
Okay? You don't have enough power and strength in you. You don't believe in yourself. You don't love yourself enough to be like, nah, fuck that. My kids should not be treating me like that. I don't give a fuck if none of their fathers was in their motherfucking lives. They should know to respect me. Yeah, we might not have nothing. The only thing we eat is fucking cereal every morning, but at least them ungrateful motherfuckers got cereal to eat every motherfucking morning. Rah! Do you hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear me? Don't let them turn you into a pussy and make you feel like you're not a good enough mother. You try, and that's all you can do. You can only do with what you are, what is given to you, what you're allowed to work with. And girlfriend, I don't see all your lives, but I see a lot of them. And you a fighter in every single one. From the magician, you know, from the poor lady who cooked a lot, you know, and made magic with nothing. You know what I'm saying? To the woman who got beat over and over and over again, went to the hospital, you died, they put you back onto life on the hospital table, and then when you came back to and left the hospital, you went back to that motherfucker who did you dirty. That's the same type of frequency I'm getting from you allowing your kids to fuck with you the way they do. There is no good answer for abuse. I don't care if it's mental. I don't care if it's emotional. I don't care if it's spiritual. Perfect example, Empress. I had to terminate one of my clients' memberships because she was basically self-abusing herself. And finally, I realized, you know what? If I was a good teacher, she wouldn't be self-abusing herself. It's time for me to cut her off. And I literally had to cut her off because I expect my clients, especially my interns, especially my apprentices, especially not my monthly members, because my monthly members, they pay me to do all the magic and they could fuck up all they want. But from my apprentices and my interns, I expect them to be due diligently active in their self-growth. I can do all the work I can do for my client, but if my client is not working just as hard as I am, you're working for no reason. It's like turning on the car and you continually rev the car, not going nowhere in park. Vroom, 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 vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom. Not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So know that you yourself, you have to work on you, beloved. I don't care where you get the help. Work on you, because when you make yourself stronger, then you'll realize, and then you'll start making those different moves that you need to make yourself better. To make sure that you are not again in another life being abused by someone who don't appreciate you. Went from the guy you had a baby to now your kids in this life being mad abusive to you. It's not right. It's not right. You deserve more, baby. You deserve more. And if no one has told you, you deserve more. And I see greatness for you, but I can see greatness in you and for you for as long as the universe can stretch. But baby, if you don't see that beautiful, what's the word I'm looking for? That beautiful, beautiful potential, it doesn't matter if I see your potential. You have to see your potential. You have to see your power. You have to see your growth. If you don't see it, then you'll never be able to tap into it. Do you hear what I'm saying, beautiful?
Yes.
You have what it takes, but you have to get into a place where you see that you have what it takes. So then you can start making better decisions, better moves, so you can start vibrating on a better frequency with higher level thought forms. Because right now you're thinking like a slave. Yes, you were a slave in another life too. Stop thinking like a slave, please. 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 Now remember when we first contacted and I told you, I know there are a lot of issues you're dealing with, but I want you to focus on one particular issue and one particular issue only. And by the end of your reading, I would have adjusted and answered that question. So if I haven't answered the question, please feel free to ask me the question outright that you asked me mentally before we actually spoke.
I think you kind of sort of did, but the question was like about my finances. Like, will I ever be in a better financial situation?
Not until you get your mind right. Yeah, I did answer it. Not until you get your mind right. And again, you say it's finances, but I think you want love, because two cards that screamed at me before I even mixed them was like, yo, she wants love. And here at Tantric Temple of Alchemy, I am a Tantra master. So I teach individuals how to tap into their Tantra by first tapping into themselves. And this goes beyond sexuality, you know, because Tantra is infused in everything we do, from cooking to cleaning to loving our children to our business associates and acquaintances, to everything we do. So, but a lot of people have this misconception of what sexuality in magic is, and it's actually doing something you love in a passionate place, from several passionate places, which is your heart and your mind. you know? So until you start doing those things and keeping yourself due diligent, then you'll never reach your highest potential, Empress. You'll never reach your highest potential. And there is so much out there for you. Like, there is a lot out there, more than love, more than being right with your kids. But you have to get right with self first. That's key. That's key.
Okay.
Okay, my love?
Okay.
I am so sorry we had to postpone like twice, but I'm so glad we finally got up to talk with each other real quick. Feel free, again, if you have any questions regarding any of the cards that was revealed during your consultation, feel free to get in contact with me, because you have basically the open option to ask about any of the questions or of any of the revelations that I've shared with you. And also keep in mind, anytime you have a consultation with me, for my monthly services, which is being a spiritual consultant or a gold member within my tantric temple, or an apprentice or intern, you get a discount on the monthly fees for that particular need or desire, outside of my per diem services that are listed at Facebook under Dark Goddess 99. And again, you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to give me a call or to hit me up in my DM on Facebook. All right. Thank you so much for listening, Empress. Thank you for listening, and thank you for allowing Life Coach Healing to share a little bit of your private affairs. Reach for the stars, my dear, because I truly believe that all of us have the keys that we need to tap into our many keys, from our chakras to our minds to our inner power, so that we can transform and become masters of our own universe. But you have to tap inward first before you see any of the outward advantages of the manifestations.
Okay.
Love and blessings, Empress, and have a great day, okay?
Okay, love and blessings.
All right, and remember, next time you have an anger issue or you're upset about being angry, tell the energies, which I know is the uncle and the guy by the name of Cousin Rick. You tell them to back off. You say verbally with your mouth or in your mind, back off. I'm better. I'm wiser now. Back off. That's a mantra you can use. Back off. I'm better. I'm wiser now. Whether you know the Cousin Rick I'm talking about or the uncle I'm talking about the low frequency energies. You know, if you don't want to say their names, then you can just focus the energy on the low frequency thought forms and just tell them, back off. I'm bigger, stronger, and better. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Mahalo for listening.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Too.
Okay, you guys. Now, this has been a behind the scenes viewing of a consultation, and I have many consultations. I have free consultations. I also have full-blown consultations, which go into like 12 different tarot cards, which break down the many orifices of your life, from spiritual to emotional to mental to physical. Keep in mind that my readings run for $166.33 a session, but I do have coupons on my business page at TOA, under Tantric Temple of Alchemy on Facebook, and Tantra Temple of Alchemy. Again, I am a Mambo High Priestess and Tantra Master who runs an exclusive private Tantric temple. You know, I have the right to deny membership services to anyone, and I also have per diem services for the public. These are services you pay per use. Anyway, my name is High Priestess Ishera, and this has been a free consultation reading behind the scenes. Love and blessings to you all, and I will speak to you soon. Later. I did a simultaneous bride class today. Yay. 2.